Sorry, I had to redo this. Okay. So here's the sitch. So you know when you go to the gas station and you get out of your car and you go and you pay or whatever and you hit your grade, mine's 87, and you just smack that hoe. And you put your nozzle in and you squeeze, put the little clicker on, and then go back in your car because it's fucking cold outside, or it's at least cold to me. I don't do cold, I'm sorry. And it's wet. So it's not even just like cold, it's like damp. Like it's pneumonia in the air. So anyways, so you go into your warm car and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna wait. And in that process, I guess you're so in your head that you're just like chilling, and then you're like, it should have popped already. Like, what happened? And you go back and you look at the gas number and it only says like $1.64 has been pumped into your car. And then you realize when you try to squeeze to put back on the clicker that it pops. And you're like, I'm not full. I know I only did not need $1. And it's one of those scenarios that you keep squeezing, but you have to squeeze the perfect amount of pressure, because if you squeeze too much, it's gonna pop. But if you don't squeeze enough, it's gonna go at molasses of a slow pace. And you want to get the fuck out of there. No one wants to spend 10 minutes at the gas station. It's just not something I like to do on a day-to-day basis or a week-to-week basis. So, in this, in standing next to my car, squeezing this gas at the perfect level amount, like using these fingers to like push against the other handle piece, so that way I know that I'm not gonna over squeeze and it's gonna pop, and then I'm gonna be like doing this weird little pop and war with the frickin' gas can. In that moment, I had time to think and reflect. 5-10 minutes pass by. And it dawned on me that, one, this is the most first world issue ever. Like really. But I'm gonna be honest, it's like one of the most irritating things. Like, you're just like, come on, man, why don't you just work? But it's like literally, like, I was like, man, we are, depending on how you look at it, hashtag spoiled or hashtag blessed. Like to have this be an issue of your day, if you even consider it an issue. Maybe you like the whole game side of it. Maybe you think it's like a fun game. I don't. But yeah, so it's like, it was so crazy because I was sitting there and I was thinking, I was like, man, like, I am so, man, I am so grateful that this is a problem and not something else. And then it's like, you think about it and you're like, how much worse could it be? Like, yeah, I'm chilly, it's cold and it's wet and my shoes are kind of in a puddle. But like, and I'm sitting here squeezing this thing instead of being in my car. But like, it could be worse. Like, for instance, I could have gas just splurt all over me. Even if that happened, it could be worse. I could be near an open fire. I could blow up. Like, there's so many different possibilities. And the only thing that has become an issue in that scenario is the most minimal that it could have ever gotten to perfect, And so in that, I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, obviously, I find gratitude and positivity absolutely important because of the fact that it does this moment exactly. Like, it does this moment right here. Where in any other day of life, probably a year ago, 2 years ago, I would not be thinking that at all whatsoever. Because of practicing gratitude, you start seeing things, even as like small and insignificant as they are, you start seeing them in a different light, and somehow like find this whole new appreciation for it. And I absolutely love that. So I know you guys see me post these 5 things that I'm grateful for, or I'm like writing them down every day of like 5 things I'm grateful for, or 5 things that I want out of life. And, you know, some people are like, I just don't have time for that, or I just don't really get the point of it, or I'm just saying them like every 5, like I'm saying the same 5 things, which is a roof over my head, my dog, and my friends and family, and myself, my body for working or whatever. Like, it gets more and more in depth and detailed the longer you do it, you know? And I'm not sitting here preaching like you need to find 5 things you're grateful for every day and that's going to fix everything, because it's not. It's not. But in doing that exercise, it allows you to find happiness in the small things. It allows you to appreciate your surroundings, the people that you love. Like, it just allows you to show a bigger appreciation. Instead of being naturally like so focused on the inside, you know, you start actually looking on the outside, because if you see every single freaking day we go and we're so tuned in to this, we're so tuned in to what's going on in here, what do I have to do, like, you know, like, who needs me today? What do I need to focus on? Like, you're like, who's doing who, or whatever, like that, like, and not in that way, but like, it's just like, we're focused in here, we're focused on social media, who liked my pictures, who posted this, like, who's, like, just everything, who needs my attention, where does my attention need to be? And you're thinking, but if you think about the common denominator in all of those thoughts, it's all about you. It's focused on you. And that's natural. Like, that's something naturally that we do. You worry about yourself. You take care of yourself, because honestly, if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. And I mean that with pets too. But, so, that's a whole other tangent. But, so, yeah, like, doing the 5 things that you're grateful for allows you to reflect on things that are outside, even though the common denominator is still, what are you appreciative of? You picking out the light from things that are on the outside allows you to build this greater appreciation for what's around you. And not only that, it helps you focus on creating positive spaces around you in that way too, because you'll start realizing that some things that you're around are constantly just like in your spit. I always think it's like a ghost that like shoves his dick in your mouth. You're like anyways, sorry mom and dad. But I just feel like the more that you do it, it's so, like, everyone's doing it nowadays, and it's cliche or whatever, a lot of, like, it's considered that, or, you know, you have these appreciation journals that are coming out left and right, which are so good, by the way. It's just I write too big, so I'm just gonna use this piece of paper. But it's popular for a reason, you know? It's effective. But the thing about it is, to make it effective, you may say, like, I've tried it for a week or a month and I didn't have an effect, you know? What makes it effective is you actually caring and believing and trying in the process. And that's not only with this, that's literally anything in life. You know, you can try something out, but if you don't think that it's gonna work, if you're setting it up for failure, if you're setting yourself up for failure, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. You just might as well not even do it. Actually, get your butt in gear and be like, I'm gonna give this a good old-fashioned genuine try. Because if you change your attitude and your perspective, I best believe you will get that shit done, baby. Like, no jokes, like, serious. Because of the fact, it's all in here. It starts with your mind. You will see so many motivational videos. You'll see so much out there that is going to be like 5 steps to the bod that you want, 5 steps to happiness, 5 steps to eating right, 5 steps to making your dreams come true, 5 steps to your dream job. But the thing about it is 9 times out of 10, and if it doesn't say that, then whatever, but 9 times out of 10, the number one thing that you need to change in that whole list is your mindset. Because if you don't change your mindset, how is it gonna work? You know, you can't go into your dream job with the most negative mindset ever. You know, you don't like your situation. You don't like what's being given to you. Change that shit. And part of that is changing your mindset. You know, start thinking more positively. And I get it. It's fucking hard. It is so hard. But it's possible if you believe. Oh man, can we put that on a banner? Because it's so true. If you believe literally anything you set your mind to, and I mean for real, I'm not talking about a week, 2 weeks, a month, you know, like, take that shit seriously. If you actually believe and you actually set your mind to it and you make it a priority, that is so huge. You make it a priority, you are going to get it done. So, I know this all started with gasoline, but I'm setting this shit on fire. Yeah, it ended on a different note than I anticipated, but all of a sudden I was just struck with this, like, I just really wanted to share this with you guys, and I really hope that y'all took something from this or got inspired or just enjoyed me getting choked out with my spit. But I love you guys so much, and if you want to talk, have any questions, or just want to stay motivated, accountability partner, hit me up, let me know. My social media is out there. It's aaverageaf for Instagram. So I love y'all so much, and I will talk to you guys later in probably another 4 or 5 months, because I don't really post on YouTube. Bye.